Missing oil jet. Get used to it, of this title, because I'm not gonna change the title. The owner, he knows what engine I'm fixing, I'm building, alright? And most of you already know what engine is that. And that's how I'm gonna stay the title. Today, it's Thursday, 15th of September, 2022. What do I have here? I'm start opening some things. The engine blocks, obviously, it's sleeved. Fine. I brought here from the machine shop the torque plates, both of them. I have the ERP studs here. I have this piece, I fixed it before, on the same height of the cylinder heads. The torque plates are the same height like the cylinder heads. I'm talking about from this surface to this surface. Both surfaces been machined, front and back, obviously. Alright. What's the plan now? I can easily, if I want, just put the crankshaft main bearings in, put the crankshaft, let us say, put the pieces from one side, fix also the other side, start closing it, putting it together. It's not that simple, at least for me. For somebody else, it might be, not for me. What I'm gonna do now, I have the old crankshaft main bearings. I have marked all of them. Alright. I'm gonna put them again in the same position. Like I said, this engine, it's supposed to be 1000 kilometers before I open the engine. They change fuse connecting rods and they put the ARP studs. Alright? That's what he told me, the owner. And I don't have a reason to don't believe him because he's my friend, actually. So, I know the story what happened. It went outside of the country. I think that I mentioned that before. I don't remember. Let's recap, right? He sent the engine outside of the country. They put for him piece connecting rods, the ARP studs, and then they sent it back. After 1,000 of kilometers, 600 miles, a little bit more than 600 miles, he changed the oil and he found some pieces inside. And when he opened the oil pan, it was the oil jet there inside, this oil jet, alright? And that was one of the reasons why I delayed so much with this engine, because we didn't have an oil jet. Now we have. Good luck with that. We're gonna see. Alright? What I said when I opened the engine, I said that these bearings, there is no way to have 600 miles, to have 1000 kilometers. Alright? This is the main bearings, like I said, these are the connecting bearings. Also the connecting bearings, there is no way to have a 600 miles. Yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? It cannot happen this way at 600 miles, at 1000 kilometers. Something has to be really wrong to happen this way on the connector bearings, on the crankshaft main bearings at 600 miles. So what I believe that these gentlemen, whoever opened the engine, they didn't change the bearings. Thrust washers. Oh, come on now. Thrust washers, you see the wear on the thrust washers. Right? So, once again, I don't believe that they changed the crankshaft main bearings or connecting bearings. I believe that they put the piece connecting rods, they put the studs, they close everything back together, and they ship the engine back. And then this happened to the oil jet, where I have it here. Fine, fine. Like I said, what's the plan today? Before I tell you what I'm gonna do, why I have the table out, let's see what parts I have here. I have cylinder head bank 1, bank 2, crankshaft with a damper pulley here. Here I have, down here on this box, I have the vacuum pump and the high pressure pump, the fuel pump. Here I have the oil pump. Fine, and keep it like this. It's not the time now. Alright. Here I have some parts that he brought me, the customer. Also the customer, he brought some other parts at the office. This is some crank main bearings, connector bearings, probably some bolts for the cam adjusters. The head gaskets. That's not a good one to be like this. Okay, we're gonna see about that. Head gaskets, left and right. Alright. Some old parts there inside that I have to give to him back. Like I said, the blocks are there, torque plates are here, gaskets, head gaskets are here. These are the used bolts to merge the two blocks, together. What's my plan today? Clean surfaces here and here. It's not being washed by any means, both halves. Okay, clean surfaces, bolting it together. Put the old main bearings here because I need to get some measurements. Put the old head gaskets, torque down with the ARP the torque plates, both of them, and then get a measurement of the cylinders. Each one of those, bottom dead center, middle, top dead center, in a cross pattern, if you like. North-south, east-west. Alright? Same thing in both halves. Then I'm gonna remove the torque plates. I'm gonna get again measurement from the sleeves, from the cylinders, from each cylinder. And then when I'm gonna split it again, the block, and I'm gonna have it in two pieces, I'm gonna get again measurement from the cylinder. Why? This is what I'm doing also on the MO57, on the V8s, let us say. I wanna see how much they run out, how much flexible, let us say, it's the block, and how much affecting, let us say, the torque plate and the clamping force, let us say, that has between the two halves on the cylinders. I just want to know, and I want to write it down. The same thing I'm doing also, example, the MO57. At the machine shop, we have the torque plates. They're machining on final dimensions with the torque plates bolted down and the crankshaft bearing caps being torqued down. When I was checking at the beginning a couple of blocks, I get the torque plates from the machine shop, I check the run out, let us say, on the cylinders, how much it is, and then I was sending back again the torque plates. And I was measuring with and without the torque plates. When you have 100 millimeter, let us say, maximum run out, it's acceptable on the V8. Alright, because if you torque down the torque plates, it's gonna be 2000 millimeter, 3000 millimeter, something like that. That's what I have seen. It's not gonna be 100 millimeter, it's gonna be 8000 millimeter, and when you torque it down, it's gonna be at 3000 millimeter. Important thing to be at 25 degrees, all the parts, especially when you're dealing with aluminum, alright? So I don't want to be, this one has 29 degrees, let us say. The block, it was behind the curtain, I have to leave it here. The block is 29.9, 30 degrees. I just now take it behind the curtain. Why it's happening that? Like I said before, behind the curtain I have 31.4 with 30% humidity. And here where I am right now has 28.1 with 34% humidity. It's early morning and I start now the air condition, and that's the reason why. The sensor, like I've mentioned that before, it's over there. This one is sending a signal to that unit over there. Fine. Understood? So, that's the plan. Putting it together and get some measurements to see what's going on. It's good thing also to verify with the machine shop, because I have different tools, they have different tools. I want to know what numbers they found, these guys, and what numbers I'm gonna find it, write it down. You're double checking also your tools to see that you're okay, that they are okay, for example, or if there's any problem with someone. Stuff like that. Nothing new here. I'm gonna spend one day just only getting measurements, bolting it together, torquing it down properly. I have the book here, alright, all it's here. A couple of tools that I need to make it steady on the table, to don't rolling. Obviously I don't want to scratch it, and I want to be stable, like I said. Taking the measurements and then preparing parts, start washing the parts. I have also some parts here outside. This box, and these parts, I didn't throw it like this, I placed it slowly on top of each other with a nylon. It's been wrapped with nylon. That's the story. After all this time, I don't know, it's 3-4 months here, maybe more than 4 months. I don't have the piston connectors. Shit. It's not the time now, but okay, let me get a measurement. What's that? This is a nylon. What the where they found the nylon? Okay, it's supposed to don't have any high spot, but I'm gonna put a paper on this table. I'm not gonna leave it like that. That's it. No, the pistons and connectors not today. I don't want to bring it here. Well, I have a space. To bring it here, but again, we're gonna be with the box. I'm gonna put down the back over there, and I'm gonna see what other parts he brought the customer, the owner. Fine. Alright, this is just only to inform that I'm starting, and I hope that the block is gonna cool down until I torque it down. Okay, you're gonna tell me what, 30 degrees to 25 degrees, 5 degrees only? Yeah, okay, alright. Not a big deal. It will gonna cool down. Anything else? Nothing else, right? Nothing. I have to stop now because I don't want to have my mind on the phone to make a video and on the block. I'm gonna show you. If there is any problem, I'm gonna show you when we're gonna be all together. Yep. If there is any problem, I'm gonna mention that. I might have to send it back to the machine shop. We're gonna see about that for verification, let us say, or if if something went wrong, let us say, I might need to send it back. Alright? Need to check also how I'm gonna check. Yes, I know how I'm gonna check it. I know how I'm gonna check it. I'm talking about the oil jets. I was thinking about the oil jets. Need to check also the holes here where it goes the oil jet inside. Need to get a measurement there. And need to get measurement when it's gonna be bolted down. Because now it might not be perfect round, let us say. After torquing it down and you put also the outer bolts and everything, it might change, let us say. That's need to be checked. So, like I said, if I have all the parts prepared, if everything is ready, in one day I can close the engine. If, let us say, I have see the weight of the connectors, the small end, the big end, the pistons, the pistoning gap, I have get the measurements, let us say, for the journals for the crankshaft down here. I have see, let us say, the cylinders, how much run out has. If the surface, it's okay on the deck, it's nice and flush, and the surface here, I'm not gonna check the surface like this. I have to bolt it down and then check the surface. Alright? So, stuff like that. If I have everything ready, if it's nice and clean, prepared, and I have checked it, and I have get my measurements, I need one day to close the engine. This is what takes time. Preparing the cylinder heads, get the measurements. It's a classic. It's classic. I can close my eyes, and in 2-3 days, let us say, I can have it ready, but it's not gonna be okay. It might be okay, it might not be okay, nobody will gonna knows. We're gonna find out, let us say, later on. I don't want to play this game. I'm not that guy. Better spending, let us say, a couple of days, prepare it, fix it properly, prepare all the parts, and then finally putting it all together. And everybody happy. At least me, I'm gonna be happy. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna upload it. It's gonna be another part. Missing oil jet. Part. I have no clue which part. Thank you.